Hello, my name is Christine Padilla, and today I will be going through and presenting my signature assessment for Philosophy 1301. So the topic I will be discussing in this presentation is Sophie's Choice, a clip from the movie of the same title which shows the incredibly heartbreaking story of Sophie being forced to choose which one of her children must die by a Nazi officer in the Holocaust. She resists at first, but eventually must give in and choose her daughter to die as the Nazi begins ordering the soldiers to take both children and kill them. This video is very impactful and emotional and has been the topic of much philosophical debate. There is a lot of discourse over who was wrong in this situation, and in my past signature assessments I stated that neither one of them was in the wrong because the Nazi officer believed he was having mercy on Sophie by allowing her to keep even one of her children and saw absolutely nothing wrong with his actions. Sophie chose to let her daughter die in order to save her son. In this presentation, I will be explaining the perspective of Friedrich Nietzsche and myself on this dilemma. So first on the agenda, I will be digging into some of the basic policies of the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. Friedrich Nietzsche is a prominent figure in modern philosophy, and for good reason. In fact, one of his most famous quotes begins with the statement that God is dead. And he was a staunch nihilist and once proclaimed himself to be the Antichrist. So what does this cynical man have to say about Sophie's choice? Well, there was no wrong. Nietzsche believed that there is no fact, just interpretation, and that there is no right, just interpretation to one's own interpretation. By this perspective, as long as both Sophie and the Nazi believed that they were doing the right thing, they were doing the right thing. Nietzsche is pictured to the right, along with the quote demonstrating his beliefs on morality. So now I will explain my personal perspective on Nietzsche's perspective on this situation as well as the situation itself. While Nietzsche has said many things that I strongly disagree with, I have to agree with him in this respect. The Nazi believed he was doing Sophie a favor by even allowing one of her children to survive, when they undoubtedly both would have died if allowed to go into the concentration camp. Sophie believed she was doing the right thing by choosing her daughter to die, as both children would have died had she refused to make a decision. In my personal opinion, I believe that nobody was wrong in this situation. There is no specific outline for what is to be considered right and what is wrong. All we have to go off is our own perspective on the world and what is good and what is bad, what is not good. Both parties did what they believed to be the right thing, which is all a person could do, isn't it? In this following link, it's a segment of Sophie's Choice where it shows Sophie and the Nazi commit their actions, and it's up to you to decide your own interpretation of the video. As you can see here, it's Sophie right now with her two children.
Bist so schön. Ich möchte mit dir schlafen. Bist du ein Polak? Du. Bist du auch einer von diesen dreckigen Kommunisten?
After their brief conversation here, she decides to yell at the Nazi.
Ich bin keine Jüdin, auch meine Kinder nicht. Sie sind auch nicht jüdisch. Sie sind beide rassenrein.
And later on,
ich bin streng
comes
katholisch.
back and gives her a decision to make. And he just said, you may keep one of your children. And she decides her son.
Du kannst eins von den Kindern behalten. Das andere muss weg.
Wollen Sie mir sagen, dass ich wählen muss?
Du bist ein Polak und kein Jude. Also, hast ein gewisses Vorrecht.
Ich kann nicht wählen. Ich kann nicht wählen.
Halt's Maul.
Ich kann nicht wählen.
Komm, ich schick sie beide weg. Ich schick beide Kinder weg.
Nein,
Ja doch, da musst du
zwingen Sie
wählen.
mich nicht zu wählen.
Komm,
Ich kann nicht wählen.
Und ich schick sie beide darüber.
Nein, Helen.
Ich schicke sie beide darüber.
And it ends with the daughter getting pulled away.